What's going on in the workshop?
So, Ikala doesn't know how to scribe scrolls. So, Elytra, being the wizard that she is like, okay, first of all, let's get some paper, some stuff. Let's start writing the scrolls. Now.
Carla would begin with a lightning bolt, and she would zap the paper, and it would absolutely disintegrate. And she would say to her, "Wow, that's really cool. Let's do it again."
Elytra composes herself before beating the shit out of this child.
Carla crosses her arms and rolls her eyes, being sarcastic.
You got 4 hands and you're about to catch all of them. Elytra places down yet another piece of parchment and goes, okay. So
She
to
zaps
begin,
it again and it blows up. And she smiles at Elytra.
education time. I've had like 14 children. I can do this. Elytra slams down a piece of paper on the desk and says, "Sit the fuck down!"
Carla sits down immediately. But like in a way that's like, she would scrunch her face up and be like, "I'm not scared," but she is.
Now, begin. We need to scribe the spell circle on the page. Now it begins. Write in Septimus.
She would write down, we're using her magic, Sinsepterus.
Now why the fuck do you do that? I said, like, in Septimus! You wrote Sinsepterus! Language!
Carla would slam her hands down the table and she would get up right in Elytra's face and she would say, "I have no need for this. I've had 1,000 scribes write whatever I want to."
Now, child, you better sit down! In Septimus. To begin the scroll, in Septimus. I hand her the quill again. In Septimus.
She writes it down and then she adds like a little passive-aggressive smiley face at the end.
And now you got fucked up this parchment again! Another one!
Why did she lose her accent? Why?
Because I'm angry! You gotta fuck up my paper, you gotta fuck up my scrolls! I said, right in Septimus!
Oh my god.
Now, once you've done that, you know the words to the scroll, you know the words to the spell, don't you? Now,
Words to the spell?
by the gods above. When you are casting your spells, what do you evoke? What are the words in which you use? Because I know you use them! Your spells have verbal components! I know what they do!
Ah, you mean the prayers that I send to the gods for my powers? Yes.
Now, you just write that after the In Septimus. Just the prayers that you use, yeah? And remember, follow inside the lines of the spell circle, okay?
Yeah.
I think at this point, Robo and Earwolf would arrive then. Clearing all of this.
Oh, the screaming.
Probably half of Avernus would share this.
The mother trying to help her child with homework, it's the best feeling.
Carla would look very clearly like not interested in any of this. She'd just be like elbow on the table, sighing as she like scribbles down with one hand.
What is going on here? Why are you yelling at her like that?
Oh, what is this, recess time? She would then look at Elytra like as they've been writing scrolls for like, how long have you been writing for, by the way?
It would have been how many hours since the Demon Shredder was made?
I want to say a few hours, but it's
Yeah.
a few minutes.
Oh no, this is when a mother teaches her child homework, it takes a while.
Yeah, it took a while, and like Ikala's just as soon as she says Aelwolf, she sees Aelwolf, she's so happy to see him. She like bounces up and she goes, "Oh," and then she turns to Elytra and she said, "Could I use the bathroom?"
As soon as you bounce up, you feel a hard hand on your shoulder as you're pushed back into the chair.
I need to go to the bathroom.
And I said we're doing scrolls. Now finish it.
Oh, spell
What would you like, Airwolf?
scribing on scrolls. I've never done that before, but this makes me think. I think I'm actually the only one who's able to bring someone back from the dead. Unless Ikala. Do you have those spells too?
I could get those spells if I leveled up cleric, but for the
As a
100
wizard, I am an excellent teacher if you wish to learn how to scribe.
6, but sure, it might be worth scribing this one spell for Ikala, so
Another
you're not
piece
as
of parchment
reliant on me.
slammed on the table. Now sit.
No, what is this? She would revivify, and she would be like, ugh, bringing those back from the dead? What am I? Some form of person who brings people back from the dead? I can think of something.
It's divine based though, is it not?
Yes, obviously it is. Dummy wolf boy.
You should have no problem invoking this spell too. It will keep the party alive, in case I should fall.
Yes, yes. And how exactly and why do you think that I would use it on him?
I didn't say you would use it on me. I said in case I fall, you will be able to resurrect any of the others.
Well, by the way, does it require components?
Not as well. It does, but not as a spell scroll. Like that is already included in the price.
Okay.
Like one with Vivify is like 400 gold because of that.
Alright.
Otherwise, you would need.
We haven't got to that part of the lesson yet, where you have to inscribe the components into the paper.
But yeah, Earwolf would reluctantly sit down as well and try to remember what his order told him about scroll scribing and what does it entail, and
So
he starts
learn-
writing, and he
So,
starts
like,
writing,
history
and his handwriting skills are not the best. Like, he has hands, but he's not used to writing. He doesn't keep a diary or something. It's like...
In the middle of you writing your spell scroll, Electra comes over and snatches it up and starts reading it. Scrumples it. Another! That one's wrong!
When this teacher starts educating the other teacher.
He was taught by an order. I'm a wizard.
Ikala would see how Elytra snaps at Aelwolf, and seeing a potential way to manipulate her way out of the situation, she would smile at Aelwolf and say, "Are you just gonna let her talk to you like that?"
I mean, I don't... Is she always like this? I never noticed.
When she's disciplining her kids, she gets ruthless. And right now, you're all her children.
Wilbur, you wanted to say something.
Elijah, do you think you might be going a little bit too far?
Had several children. I know how to teach. They all respond to this form of discipline one way or another.
How cute! You see me as your daughter.
Except Hyacinthia, she was a natural at scribing.
Ah, I think I learned a thing or two from scribing. I mean, I went to Candlekeep.
Another parchment on table, slammed. Sit.
Ikala would use one of the spare papers and roll it up into a paper airplane.
What
And she'd
you
set it
need a
onto
scroll
lens.
of?
This is lesson time. We are learning. We are simply in this room because Akala cannot keep her magic to herself. It
By
seems
the
the
way,
safest place.
If Wilbur sits down, I'm gonna pass notes to him. In class.
And we're just gonna have a long rest of scroll scribing.
It's like Battle Academia. It's like fucking what's it
Battle
called?
Academia.
Yeah, Battle Academia.
Excuse me, Elijah. I already went to Candlekeep. I already graduated. So I already know how to scribe scrolls.
Yes.
What?
Do you know what comes after your Optimus Elegas? Or what your Pharanian Tuba is? I think not. You do not know the least bit about scribing scrolls. I shall teach you. She has no idea if you do know these things or not. She's just very, what's the word I'm going for?
I know Vasi Voco. What's it called? Vasi Voco. Vasi Voco. Oh, god damn it! I forgot that one. This one is a conjuration.
Looks like you may have to sit down and learn.
God damn it.
Elytra, my dear, watch out. I believe the two of them are sharing nose behind your back.
I am not, Ikala would say, blushing.
Slowly, with the worst expression she's had, she turns to the two of you. What notes are you passing in my lesson?
Ikala would be floating the note.
I telekinesis the note towards me and read it.
On the note, Ikala would see, Elytra would basically see... 1 second.
Oh wait, now I remember. It's Vasi Voco Virum Carpus.
Would
What
be this.
explodes? Are you posting it in a channel?
What is
And then
this?
Elytra illusions herself. As if this actually looks like me!
What is this?
And then
Go ahead,
Ikala would raise her hands and she would say, Wilbur did it.
But I'm a good boy. I wouldn't do that.
Roll persuasion for it. I want to see if we can beat your persuasion.
Well,
Yeah.
Wilbur is the type.
He's a good
Wilbur is the
adult.
type that will snitch on you.
I got
mean-
plus 11. Let's go.
I mean, it was obvious she took it from you. Like, not about persuasion. It's about obviously.
Yeah, she was currently levitating it towards him with her wind, so it... I'm a good noodle!
Looking, Ikala's thinking about Maggie and goes, I'm a cut a bitch.
I'll work on the cure wounds. You need is cure wounds, right?
I've already given her that.
Oh.
Yeah, we're working on the third level scrolls at this point. But yeah, we can skip the school roleplay now and
It's
continue with
Ael-
past scrolls.
It's Aelwolf,
Christ.
Wilbur, and Ikala sitting down together.
Huh?
Who's the teacher? Jander's the teaching assistant who does nothing.
Earwolf, I gotta ask, do you scribble that or do you actually color this too?
I scribbled on the parchment while she's like yelling at Ikala and telling Wilbur to sit down.
Just, I
Can I
like
put a
to imagine
mustache
you
on that?
just like to imagine you just pulled out coloring books.
Yeah, of course. Aelwolf has like a little coloring set. He has paws as well, so he's drawing with his paws.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
After we've crafted the scrolls, I'm going to take them and hand them to, well, except for the Revivify ones, and hand them to Zyron.
so are you guys good with like 800 gold for 2 Revivify scrolls, or do you think like 1 is enough?
I don't know how much gold we actually
Revivify is always useful.
Oh,
have,
yeah,
um,
we have plenty of gold. Yeah,
We have 4,563 gold.
yeah, we're good for gold.
Oh yeah.
Then you can put down 2 Revivify scrolls in your inventory, Ikala.
Yeah.
Like Aelwolf
How many?
or
2 of them
Aelwolf?
or just 1?
2 of them. So Earwolf would, after like all the lessons and like the yelling and the shouting and the disciplinary actions, he would hand you the scrolls, and you notice that the spell scribing similar to your spells, how they're like flavored for your beliefs, for your deity and
Yeah.
stuff. Like his are also like, how to describe this? It's not like much flourishment around the prayer or like the incantation itself, but you definitely notice the moon like focused praying,
Yeah.
and like the you know what I mean.
When Ikala would draw her her version of it, you would see on the Riverfly scroll, it would be two elements coming together to form a new element. It would be water and air to form the element of spirit.
I want Wilbur to help Carla and make sure that her handwriting is straight. Like, it's good handwriting, it's not crooked.
Ikala is like intelligent, but like she didn't really study much in school because like, well,
Fuck school.
she's a fucking princess. She doesn't need education.
Okay.
No, actually, never mind. Now that I think about it, Ikala would be excellent. Like,
I mean,
studying.
I mean, if you're considered a high authority figure, they will force
Yeah.
you to study.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Then yeah. Okay. Kala's
Because
writing.
like you probably want to be like a queen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queen? She's going
Empress.
to be an empress of the element. She is
I am Ikala, Empress of the Cataclysm.
Well, if she keeps scribing scrolls like this, I don't think she'll even be a princeling.
Ikala would just smile at
Girl.
Maggie, and she would just think of her dying. Ikala suddenly smiles. Anyone ask what she's thinking about?
Elytra, as you walk into the market section of the Fort Knucklebone, you notice that Zyron is not behind the counter. Instead, there is a card left there. It says, "Went for lunch. Be back soon."
Wow.
Girl.
And when he reappears, few seconds after, which was clearly not something that he would be anticipating, I mean that you would be here to witness it, he has an entire bag filled with scrolls. He looks at you, looks at the scrolls, looks at you, looks at the scrolls, and quickly pockets them into one of the barrels.
doesn't deal with scrolls, you say?
No, he said he does, but it will take days before.
No, he actually
One of
did say
my
that.
one of my contracts happened to be available. That's all.
Yes, well, I have the 3 scrolls you wished of me. Crudely written, but they're functional.
Ah, may I take a look at them?
May you give me what I asked for first?
Very well. An equivalent exchange 3 scrolls of non-detection for those 3.
Thank you.
Thank you. She takes them.
What is this at the edge of the scroll?
Flare? I'm not sure.
He points to what appears to be a doodle of the Yumini picture.
And he says, such powerful magic. Can I have this too?
I do not know this rune.
It's foreign. Yes. Foreign magic. Which scroll was that one again? Lightning
I
bolt?
believe- Yes.
I will see about if I can get the information on this rune and hand it back to you at some point.
Thank you. Hopefully, I will not get any complaints for the person who will purchase it.
The spell
see-
works as intended.
I hope so. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yes. Like an angry mother on her way home from the teacher-parent conference.
Jesus Christ.
So, when you walk up, do you grab one of the empty bottles and just smash it so you have, like, the glass
Oh, of
tulip?
course!
Ikala, like, are you coming towards who with that?
You hear Mum's car come in to the driveway.
Ah, shit! You just hear Ikala go, shit, she caught me.
Right.
I have the scrolls of non-detection. And Akala,
Yes.
you're grounded.
Wow!
What did I do?
Maggie, the demon shredder, is it ready?